Hello and welcome to the second video in my series on my UMA integration for Atavism. We're up to beta 3 now, and as you can see I've got it running in a core installation of Atavism rather than the demo that I used in the last scene. So I'm just showing it works exactly the same way. I've moved on. I've got a few more pieces of clothing actually set up just the way we did in the last episode, and we're going to have a look at adding an orc race to this. So obviously if you followed along with the last episode, you should have all of the assets, the orcs, imported. So let's open up our UMAtavism folder and start building what we need. In our login scene, because we've got UMADCS in here, we can use this as a platform to actually test what we're doing without going further into the game. So because our characters are just going to fall off the face of the earth when they're generated, I'm quickly going to make a cube for them to stand on. So let's make a cube, reset its position and drop it minus 0.5 in the Y. Let's take a human male and let's quickly have a look and see this running. So there he is. Let's head into the scene view and switch back to 3D, select him and focus on him. So there's the standard human male. So let's make some modifications to this. First of all, this underwear is no good because it's only compatible with humans. Let's switch the race to the orc male and let's fire that up and see what happens. And there we go. We now have something ready to make our race prefabs out of. One thing you've got to be aware of, there are no expression files for the orc as provided, so we're just going to remove that so we don't get this error every time we generate one. So over here in the additional recipes, let's just get rid of these expressions by reducing the size to 0. Okay, so that is our orc male. So let's rename this prefab to orc male and let's make a folder for it to live in. We will create a folder and we'll call this orc race, and in there we will add another folder and we'll call this resources. Okay, and let's drop our orc into there. I could put it in this one, but I'm just trying to keep them separate. Okay, let's switch this to an orc female and change the name. Lovely, and add that prefab to our resources. So that's pretty much it in terms of preparing our models. What I do need to do is create an Atavism race definition. So if I head up into the character templates, in here we've got a human race. If I click on it, you can see all of the stuff that's set up. So this is all pretty standard. I'm just going to copy that, so let's duplicate it and call this orc race instead. Let's change some of this, so the race name will be orc. The race icon, I don't think the orcs have an icon, so I don't know, let's give them this warning circle, why not? And let's add the prefabs to that, so the orc female, the orc male, and change the description, second generation Uber orcs. Lovely. And let's keep the classes the same. Okay, so to be honest, that's pretty much good to go. If this was our own UMA model set rather than using the orc set, we would have to go up into Atavism Online and create the character combination. So if we look at player character setup, in here we've got references to different stats for human, warriors, mages and rogues, but Atavism at the moment already has definitions for orc, warrior, mage and rogue, so we don't need to create these definitions. So this is handy, that's already been done for us. Thank you very much, Dragon San. And yeah, all we really need to do with this is actually alter the scene where we create our characters to allow us to pick orc as a race. So let's head in there and do that. Let's not save this, we don't want this junk in here, it was just for testing. So now we're in here, let's click on the canvas, switch to 2D and focus, and let's have a look what we've got. So this is our race selector. If we click on it, you'll see that's the human race button. I've actually got a second button here which is a copy of that first one. It's just grayed out. So I'm just going to move this human race button over here, and let's switch this one on, and this one does exactly the same thing, but let's call this the orc race button. Okay, and over here we will change the prefab it's referring to our new orc race. One last thing in here, the actual controller script, which is this character creator at the bottom, needs to know about that button. So what you would normally see in here, you can see I've been fiddling beforehand, is just this. So I'm going to change this to 2, and again I'm going to make a reference to this button. Let's just go back there, this orc race button in there. So now the character creator script knows about those 2 buttons. Great. So let's save our work, and that really is it. I've not done anything there that is different from what you will find in most of the tutorials. A tiny little bit of fiddling to prepare these 2 models, but that's about it. In fact, let's just shut up, press this play button and see what happens. So we'll log in, create a character. I should be able to say orc, and I've got both male and female models ready to go. I can pick my class. You will notice at the moment these DNA adjusters are blank. I'm going to go over those in the next episode, but they're very, very easy to set up. But the style one will work, so I can tint my character, and again hair and eye colour, I don't think that's going to have a lot of effect. Oh, the eye colour does, lovely. Hairstyle, they won't fit with this character, so a little bit of tweaking to do over here, but essentially we have got an orc in our game. I'm going to call him Bug. Lovely. And there he is. Let's enter the world, and of course we die immediately because of the spawn point, but there we go, our character is now playable in the world. Simple as that. Okay, so I hope you find that helpful. Please have fun, try and break it, and let me know what happens, and I will catch you next time.